everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Marlou and this is May in the Books, and today I'm back with a new challenge. I'm so excited. It has been a very long time since I've done this, but I'm in a good mood and I just in a mood for a reading challenge. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to spin the wheel and it's gonna give me a number, and that's the amount of hours that I have to read that day. I'm going to do this for a week. I don't know if that's 7 days or 5 days. We'll figure it out as we go along. And that means like actually reading. Well, 2 disclaimers. I got my wisdom teeth removed 2 days ago, so I'm in pain, and also the painkillers make me kind of sleepy. So if one thing that makes me sleepy is reading, so that's gonna be hard. And that brings me to the second disclaimer. I use audiobooks in this challenge. So if you're like, oh my god, audiobooks not real reading, give it a try, hon. Give it a try. Like, I get it that you judge it because you haven't tried it yourself, but it's great, and I'm gonna be using it because I don't think, let's say I get 7 hours of reading, I don't think I can stay awake for 7 hours with these painkillers. So I'll be doing audiobooks and physical reading. So today is Thursday. Let's spin the wheel. I'm super excited. And if you like this challenge, please leave a like, already subscribe to my channel so I get motivated to make more. Here we go. I did 1 to 7 because I was like, 7 is a lot. Okay, spin. Oh my god. Four hours. Okay, that is cool. That is cool. That's a good amount of reading time. So today I'm going to read for 4 hours. I don't have much planned in the upcoming days because I'm recovering from my wisdom teeth. I'm not doing much else, so I have time to read. Yesterday I started Vera Wong's Unsolicited. I've never said that word out loud. Unsolicited. God, I can hear the word in my head. Unsolicited. Is it just that? Unsolicited. Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessie Sutanto. I've read Dial Over Aunties by her, and even though I didn't love that book, I do think she writes books that you can like read quickly and just a little bit more low-key. And this book, it's just like very cozy mystery vibes, and I just thought that was something I was in the mood for. I read up until page 55, so let's say I read this book for 4 hours today, I can finish it. But I'm just gonna read this until I get sleepy, and then we're going to search for a new audiobook. I've been reading a lot of audiobooks and I read it in 2 times speed, but I'm not gonna count. I'm gonna count the time that I read and not the time that the audiobook says I read. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna cheat. This book is about an older lady who has a what's the word? Tea shop. Oh, it's called a tea shop, okay. And one day she finds a dead body in her tea shop, and yeah, I'm not that far into the book, but she is like trying to help. So yeah, I like the vibe so far, and I'm just gonna keep on reading it. I'll update you if I got farther into it or when we are going to look for a new book to read as an audiobook. I've read for 2 hours and 21 minutes, and I took a break. I cannot film because my cat is sleeping on me. It's super cute. And I was scrolling through my next story and I saw that Down the Rabbit Hole, it's called A Rabbit Hole. Down the Drain, that's what it's called. Down the Drain by Julia Fox is on there. Like, how did I not know that? That one is my TBR. I don't know if I will actually like it, but I am super intrigued. So I'm going to start listening to that, and I'll let you know if I like it. Vera Wong's the book of Vera Wong is fun so far. It's like She is gathering 4 suspects of the murder. Like she thinks they're suspects, and you see all their POVs, so it's super interesting. And yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm at page 169, so we're like almost halfway through. It's great. And now I'm going to listen to Down the Drain by Julia Fox. Hello, it's currently evening and I just finished the challenge for today. I read for 4 hours. After I read the 2 hours in Farah Wong's book, I listened to Down a Drain by Julia Fox as an audiobook for 1 hour, so that is 2 hours out of the book, which means I'm at 20% right now. She narrates the book herself, which I love with memoirs. It just makes it feel extra real and personal, and she's just writing about currently her childhood and all the things that happened there, and she has a nice way of putting herself into the book that I am enjoying. Sorry if you can hear my boyfriend, he is like on a call or something. And I got my little reading buddy with me, and then after that I read some more in Farah Wong's book. So I'm currently at page 252. So I got a good, I don't know words. I got far into it. I read a lot today. I'm super excited. So I will for sure finish this tomorrow. And if I get like 7 hours tomorrow, I'll also finish that other book. Maybe. But yeah, I had fun. I'm really excited to see what the next of the week will bring. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. It's Friday morning and I look like I just woke up. I literally did. I didn't even have my coffee yet. But I thought, in case I get a high number, I need to know as quick as possible what today's number is going to be. So ignore my looks, ignore my voice. I woke up with a lot less pain today, so that's positive. Okay, we're back at the wheel. And we're going for a spin. I really hope it's not going to be higher than 5. 3 hours, that is great because I have plans tonight. 3 hours, I can easily do it. Yesterday, 4 hours was easy, and this is gonna be great. It's a great amount to be reading. That means I'll definitely finish Farah Wong's book and then have still some time left to read Down the Drain. I'll see you in a bit when I actually start reading. A little update. I listened to the audiobook by Julia Fox for 51 minutes. She's currently in her teens and kind of switching between Italy and the States, and also getting into her first relationship. That's kind of not fun to read about. It's a lot. Like, I kind of expected it, but it's still like the things she writes about are super personal, but also it's real. Like, you're reading her diaries, like super personal, so that's interesting, but also kind of like, I don't know. And now I'm just going to try and finish Farah Wong. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try. So yeah, I'm gonna read now for another 2 hours and 9 minutes. I still have 55 minutes left on the timer, but I just finished Farah Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. I cannot pronounce that word. I'm sorry. This was a really fun read. If you're a fan of, is it called Founded Families? This is definitely for you. I just love how it's definitely more of like a a cutesy book, cozy. It's not like literary perfection, but it's definitely a fun, good vibes book, and I enjoyed it, and I did guess who the killer was, but that's not. Like there was a plot. There was a twist to it that I didn't guess, but I did guess who the murderer was. So I'm good. I don't mind guessing who the murderer is in books. It often just means that it makes sense. It's not a plot hole that it's that person, otherwise I wouldn't think it. Anyways, so I have like 55 minutes left, so yeah. Does that mean I'm going to start a new book, or am I going to just read the audiobook some more? I'm not sure. When I decide, I'll come back to you. But yeah, this is a really fun book, and I'll let you know my rating at the end of the week. Hello, I just finished the last hour of reading the audiobook by Julia Fox. I'm currently at 50%, and she's getting into trouble as a teenager, and it's at this point, I don't want to give. Can you give spoilers about someone's life? She's getting into some dangerous stuff. Let's just keep it at that. Anyways, I was just scrolling on my reading app to see which books were on there. Since a month, I've turned off the Dutch book options. Why? Because I could never see the books I want to read. And a lot of times they have very popular books, but they only have the Dutch translation, and then I would see the cover and I would be like, oh my god, they have that one, and then I click on it and it's Dutch. And so I just turned it off because I barely read any Dutch books, and if I like know a Dutch book that I want to read, I'll just put it on again. But ever since I just put it on English, I've seen so many books that are great. Like my want to read list is in the 70s. Like, and it's not like all books I actually want to read, but I just found like 5 new books that I really want to read, so I'm like super excited. I'm really loving the audiobook life, because it's sometimes I just finish an audiobook in one day. Super easy. I'm just playing a game on my phone, reading the audiobook. It's just super fun and easy and quick, and it entertains me. 3 hours of reading today, it was easy. If I get a big number tomorrow, I think I'll be fine with it. I'm like halfway through the book, which means I have 5 hours left, which is 2.5 hours of reading. So yeah, I mean, for the video, I prefer to read physically, because then I can feel myself reading. Because if I listen to an audiobook, I cannot feel myself listening to an audiobook. That doesn't work. So for the sake of the video, I should read physical, but who knows. Anyways, challenge completed today. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, it's the next day. I woke up with so much pain, but the sun is shining, as you can see, so that makes up for it a tiny bit. Let's spin the wheel. I have a feeling that today it's not going to be so kind, but maybe it is. Let's see. I am excited to read. That's not the problem. It's just that I'm scared. Here we go. Two hours. Oh my god. I just know one of these days it's gonna get me. So 2 hours, I don't know. I mean, it will work. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit when I start reading for 2 hours. I can do that easily. Hello, I just finished Down a Drain by Julia Fox, so I read well over 2 hours because I just wanted to finish the book. I literally just finished it, so I cannot gather my thoughts. But one thing I will say is that this was an incredible, honest story. Like, you're a celebrity and you write a memoir and you're just being honest and ruthless about your past, and like the things she does, like, it's not rainbows and sunshine. It's about heroin. It's about being a sex worker. It's like all these different things that the world could never accept from someone, and still she puts it out there. I think that's super, like, so different. Like, I like to read memoirs, but sometimes like celebrity memoirs are not really my thing because it feels a little bit distant and it feels a little bit like they're just writing about things that are easy to write about, and she did not do that. She wrote about everything, every TMI thing that the world has no business of knowing, but does now. And I respect her for that. I mean, I would never write in such detail, but you do you, Julia. I'll be back with my rating at the end of this video. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, good morning. I just woke up. It's Sunday and my boyfriend's gone for most of the day because he's helping someone renovate. Anyways, I'm still in pain. If you were wondering, I'm still hurting. And I'm starting to get really tired of it. I had this big box with painkillers and I'm almost through. Like tomorrow I'm going to run out. So maybe tomorrow is gone magically. But yeah, I hate the mornings actually. I'm like filming this every morning where my painkillers have not kicked in yet. I'm like, it hurts to talk. Okay, we're going to spin for today. I had some really easy days, so I think today is gonna be the day. It's not gonna be easy, but we'll see. Let's go. I'm kind of nervous. And we got... we almost got 6 hours, and then we got 2 hours. This is the second time in a row that I got 2 hours. What is going to happen tomorrow? Okay, so I'm gonna be reading for 2 hours again today. I don't know why it's happening like this. I thought about starting this book as a physical book, Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. I actually only have 3 books on my physical TBR. Okay, that's not true. I started Conversations with Love. I started that. But I don't know, I couldn't get into it. It felt very much like a, what do you call it? Like you're reading information sites, you know what I mean? I mean, it's non-fiction, but it felt very non-fiction to me and it's not really, I just put it aside. So I have that one. But then other than that, I have 3 physical books that I've not read yet. So it's like, that's kind of crazy, but also good. Because if I buy new books, I can read them immediately and not feel guilty about the books standing on my shelf for a long time. This one has been there since last year, so I'm excited to start it. I have no idea what this is about. And then also we'll pick an audiobook to go with it to put on during my chores. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Hello everyone, it's Monday. We've reached a point in the challenge where we are losing the challenge spirit. So yesterday I read up until, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I read up until page 18 of Never Let Me Go. I still really don't know what this is about. And then I also read 18 minutes of Killjoy by Holly Black. That's a 3-hour book. So I was like, I can just get through that in one day, great. It was just, I was home alone all day and then I just had a few beers and I watched some musical stuff and I was just not in the reading mood anymore. And I was like, I can just lie about it because I only had to read for 2 hours, but I didn't technically read for 2 hours. So I'm just being honest because I hope you appreciate that. Yeah. So today is Monday and I still have to continue the challenge and not fail today hopefully, but I don't know, something in me is restless. I'm feeling restless and that does not mean that I'm doing a whole bunch of things, but it's just, I think after the operation I had, I'm in pain all day, so I'm like, I want to like do stuff, but I also feel not good enough to do stuff and that makes me feel restless, and being restless makes me go on my phone a lot. I don't know if that's like a normal thing, but it makes me want to be distracted. I don't really know. let's spin. I'm kind of scared right now because every day I was like, oh, this is easy, and now I'm starting to feel like maybe getting a big number is gonna be so difficult. Okay. I'm so scared right now. Why is it? I cannot. I told you guys. One of these days I'm gonna get 7. Oh my god. Yeah. I got 7 hours. Ah! Okay, but I failed yesterday with 2 hours, so today we're gonna need to nail this or you guys are gonna be mad at me. I am going to read for 7 hours today. Haha. Wish me luck. Wish me all the luck in the world. I need it. I'm gonna take my painkillers and we're gonna try and like finish a book maybe. I don't know. I deserve this. This is my karma for not doing the challenge yesterday. Oh boy. Well, wish me luck and I'll update you. Wow, I feel great. It's March right now and it feels like spring is here. So I did some cleaning while listening to Killjoy. And then I went outside to read Never Let Me Go. And I at some point even got my sunbed because I was like, I want to lie down. So it felt so great, the sun in my face. But it's great. I went outside today and I'm very happy with that. I actually got to part 2. Like I stopped at part 2 because I thought it was a nice place to stop. I'm at page 113 now. So I read quite a lot of this book. So we're like 40% in. I don't know. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I read for almost 3 hours so far, so I still have 4 more hours to go. Thank you, spring, for arriving early. I love you. Hello, I cannot film like this. Hello, I just finished Killjoy and I still have 3 hours and 13 minutes left. This was a novella by Holly Black, so it was only 3 hours long and I listened to it on 2 times speed, so 1.5 hours. It is about Pip going on a murder mystery dinner party with all her friends and they have to discover who the murderer is, but it's like fake, you know, it's like a game. And it was like okay, like fun, but why would she write this? You know what I mean? It feels a little bit like she was just like, well, I can just make more money again if I write about this same girl but before everything happened. Because I guess like no one could have been murdered because then that would have been mentioned in the 3 books after. So they couldn't really change the past because the past has already been made. So they could only write about something that's insignificant. You could argue that's because you can see Pip getting in her element with like murder mystery and that she's good at discovering things. So I'm like not hating on the book. It was a fun, quick read, but I only read it because it was Holly Black. So, you know, I just know that it's kind of like a cash grab, right? I don't know. And now I'm going to read again because I have some hours left. I don't know what I'll do, if I'll read Never Let Me Go or if I'm going to start a new audiobook. I'll let you know when I've decided. Hello, a little update. I read 40% of The House on the Cerulean Sea, by the Cerulean Sea, by TJ Klune. It's a very different story that I normally read because it's like fantasy, you know. It's about a man who works with like special children, like really special children, and ow, that was so mean. Anyways, it's midnight. I'm super tired. I'm going to go to bed now, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'll talk a bit more about the book when I have a brain that's still functioning. See you tomorrow. Hello everyone. It's Tuesday and I've decided that this is going to be the last day of the challenge. I started on Thursday, so it's like I did it almost a week. I'm going to stop because I have an audition coming up on Friday and I need to learn a monologue, and I haven't even had the time yesterday to practice it. So yeah, and also I'm going to do something with someone tomorrow, so I just, like, if I get 2 hours, that's easy, but the thing about this challenge, you don't know what you're gonna get, and I don't want to like be like, oh, this is not convenient, so I'm not doing it. So I'm just going to do it for the last time today. Today the sun is not out, so it's not going to be nice sitting in the sun today, unfortunately. So I'm really hoping for a low number so I can just focus on my audition. And yeah, because I have not practiced at all yesterday. I didn't sing, I didn't practice my monologue. It's not good. Yeah, here we are. I'm super scared. Here we go. Oh, I really hope that it's 4 or less. What is that? 5. Okay. I had a feeling before I started spinning that was gonna be 5, but I was like, okay, 5. Yeah, it's still a high number, but we can do it. We can do it. I think that means I can finish The House by the Cerulean Sea. Also finish this one. I really just wish that the sun was out again, because reading in the sun is so much more fun. But yeah, I'll see you when I start reading. So I just finished the audiobook of The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I have like 40 minutes left on the timer, so we're about for quite a long time today already. This book is about a man who, it's hard to explain. You have these like magical kids that are like, they have like special, they're very special, different, magical, they're all different. So you have like a gnome and like the Antichrist and like stuff like that, like, yeah. And the main character is a guy who goes to these orphanages to see if everything is, you know, handled well. That's his job, like a care worker or something. Anyways, he goes to the house and he meets all the kids. He meets the man of the house, Arthur, and is this a just vibes no plot book? I don't know. It feels very like a children's book, but the main character is gay, so it feels like an adult book, because children books don't really do that. I mean, maybe they will, maybe they do in this time, but like, I know it's like an adult fantasy book, but it feels like a children's book, and that's not like a shade or anything. Like, this is a fun book, but I would love to like have read this to my children, maybe. I don't know. I laughed at some parts because the kids tend to be funny. Like, I love these kids that are a little bit dark, like making jokes about killing people. Like, that's funny. I like that. But I don't know what I overall think about the book. Like, for me, this is very out of my comfort zone because it's fantasy. Like, it was not that fantasy. It was not like a different world. It's still like our world, but with magical people in it. Yeah, it was enjoyable. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, I now need to read everything from TJ Klune. Like, that's not what I'm feeling right now. So it was enjoyable. I had a good laugh, but it also felt kind of like I already knew how it was gonna end, like in the first chapter. You know what I mean? and that's why I say it feels like a children's book, because it's very like predictable and very like, they're not like twists and turns or anything, and that's fine, but like it's like, I don't know, good story. I'm getting tired, but I still need to read for 40 minutes, so I'm gonna continue this book. Like, it would suck for me not to finish this book in this video, because then you're like, girl, I just saw you read this book for days and you didn't finish it. But guys, I'm not gonna finish this. Like, I'm at page 135, so I've like more than 100 pages left, and I'm very tired, so we're not gonna finish it. But if you subscribe to my channel, you can see my wrap-ups. And you can see what I thought of this book. But also, I didn't talk about this book at all. This book is about, like, I don't know what I can say. I cannot say much about this without spoiling it. But the main character is thinking back about her life as a child, because she was in this school, and this school is different. Like, they live there and they learn, like, they do crafts and stuff, and you just learn along the way why that is. I don't know. So far, it's not like, at the beginning I was kind of like, okay, this is interesting, but then I found out what the school was for, and now I'm like, okay, I already know that. Kind of bored now. So that's why I've not been flying through it. I felt like this was going to be about relationships or friendships, but I don't really feel like there are any relationships in this that I'm like attached to. I thought this was going to be more like an emotional read, but I don't feel emotional. But maybe that will come. I don't know. I saw a lot of reviews that people were crying at the book that I was just talking about, like the House by Cerulean Sea. I don't know why you would cry in that book. So, you know, I don't often cry books. But yeah, I'm gonna read this for 40 minutes, and then that's the end of the challenge. We did it. I mean, we almost did it. I'll see you in 40 minutes. 1, 2, 3, go! The 5 hours are over. I really don't want to talk about books right now. Tomorrow I'll come back to you and talk about all the books I read in this video, and talk a proper ending to this video. And I'm just gonna watch some things and let my eyes rest. Well, they're not gonna be rested, are they? We did it, guys. We read for 5 hours. Woo! See you tomorrow. Hello, it's the next day, and today I didn't do the challenge anymore because it was over, but I did read today, so that's the first thing I want to say about this challenge. It got me reading every day. Even if it was just for 2 hours, I still read 2 hours, and it never felt that hard. Like, if you're really not in the mood for it, or you have a busy day, then of course this challenge is gonna be super hard. But for me, in this case, it was just really nice to have this kind of like foot behind the door that you're actually gonna read. So I thought this was a really nice experience, and just looking at myself, I look 10 times better now than I did mostly throughout this video. So me filming this video really shows that I just want to film a video, and it's horrible to edit it and be like, oh my god, my face did not look well, but it's like, it makes sense, but it's still not very pleasing for me to look at. Anyways, so I'm just gonna talk about all the books I read in this video, which is quite a lot. I'm super happy with that. So let's start with the first one, Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessica Tanto. I think I'll give this 3.75 stars because I had a lot of fun while reading it, but a 4-star book for me is like a book that I recommend to everyone, and that's like a bit of a stretch, but I really enjoyed it. So I do recommend it if you think this could be for you, because it was enjoyable.
Then I of course read Down the Drain by Julia Fox. I think I'll give that one 3.5. I think it was good, especially for a memoir. It was really honest and good, but it was not like, it's not gonna be a story that's gonna stick with me forever, but I do think that she knows what she's doing. But yeah, overall a good book. And then I read Killjoy by Holly Jackson. I kept saying Holly Black. I don't even read books by Holly Black, but it's an honest mistake. I give that 3 stars. Like, it's the only reason it's enjoyable is because it's like 3 hours, so it's like 1.5 hours of your life. Like, but is it really good? Not really, but I'm not like regretting that I read it, but it's like, it's not really that big of a deal. And then I read The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I finished that last night. I think it's good for me that I dip my toes in a new genre. I think I'll give it a 3.5. I thought it was cute, I thought it was funny at some points, but again, the genre is just not for me. It doesn't really touch me the way other books do. I don't necessarily think about it still. Like, I don't, like, I remember that I read it obviously because I finished it last night, but like, I don't feel super connected to anything, or it's fine. It was enjoyable, but like, I'm not just going to start reading his books or fantasy books after this. Like, I did it and I just know it's not really for me, even though this one was kind of good, you know? So if I would read a fantasy that's also not good, then it would just be a disaster, basically. And then of course, last book that I have not finished yet, I read a bit of this today, so I'm at page 210, so I have like 70 pages left. If you want a rating for this, you have to watch my wrap up for March, but I don't think it's gonna get a high rating. I'm currently at part 3 and I still don't really get what I'm supposed to be feeling about this book. It's kind of slow is not the good word. It's just not a lot going on. It's like no plot but vibes, but the vibes aren't vibing. So yeah, that was the video. I finished 4 books. Well, 3 books and a novella, and half of this. I think that's good in 1 week. No, not in 1 week, in 5 days. Yeah, I'm happy with that. If you would like to see more content from me, please subscribe and let me know what kind of challenges you would like to see. And please just hit the like button, because it takes a lot of motivation and time and effort to make a video like this, so I need to see that it's liked so I can gather my motivation to do it again. Probably not this exact challenge, but a different one, of course. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!